Sweden this year. I'm gonna do something in Norway, so it's gonna be Frankfurt, Aarhus, Denmark, Hamar, Norway, and then Warsaw, Poland.
No, I mean such as a 1 week event like last year in Sweden.
No, I'm taking a break from Sweden. And what I'm doing is I'm having a retreat coming in Tulum, like the one I had last time. And this one is a lot closer to Tulum. It's not in a jungle. And we're just trying to set up things so we do more water stuff. So we're around the water more. So I put it on my website, and this one, excuse me, actually, you may want to open this one and close that one. This one is a five-star resort. So the other one was presented to me as 5-star, but I had not seen it. This one I saw. So this is going to be like every day they come and clean your rooms, and they put fresh towels for you. You have room service. This one is like, yeah, and the place is amazing. It has a very, very good vibe to it. And the way I designed the program, that we're going to do more things by the water. And so it's going to be deep work, but it's going to be mixed with a lot of fun. And that's going to be in February. So you have time to plan it. Yeah, January 28th to February 4th. So it's starting, I think, on a Sunday to Saturday, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Sweden, I'm just taking a break, and for now, see what happens. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. Can you hear me? She can. Hello, Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Cecilia.
Oh,
Cecilia, nice to see you, my dear sister. How are you?
Hi. Good, thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Hello, Shadi A. And hello, Sarah.
Hello, Zarathustra. How are you?
I'm good, thank God. Nice to see you.
Or nice to see you as well.
Yeah, or nice to have you here, because I don't see you, but nice.
Yeah.
Nice having you here. So it's 1:06. I think we should get it going, right? Because we have a lot. We have an event tonight, and but I wanted to do the academy because I think it was last week. Past 2 weeks, I haven't done it. So right. So, and I miss you all.
Oh.
Okay. So Amir. Oh, I think we're having lives. The other things going. Okay, I'm just gonna take care of the. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the 5D Academy of Higher Consciousness. I'm Zarathustra, broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada. For those of you who are viewing this broadcast from anywhere in Toronto or Ontario area, so I'm giving a satsang, which is this evening. It's a free event, and you're welcome to participate if your heart desires, and you can bring a friend, and it starts at 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And the satsang is going to be basically about realizing the self. recognizing that space which is within us. And there's going to be transmission of energy as well as questions and answers. So it's a powerful event. There's a lot of people coming. I would recommend maybe you come a bit earlier or do RSVP. And also, tomorrow evening, I'm doing my shamanic healing circle event, which is a hands-on healing psychic surgery. And that one is going to be 2.5 hours as well. And both events are going to be uh, at a hotel in Vaughan, which is about like 20 kilometers away from Toronto. And all the information is on my website. So if you go to my website, zarathustra.tv, and on the homepage, you can see my upcoming events in Toronto. Also, if you have any questions, you want to contact my office or contact Shadi Sarafian, my event coordinator here in Toronto, and you will see the phone number in the website, the contact number, and just go ahead and reach out if you have any questions. There's free parking, and the venue is very nice. So I look forward to seeing you in person if you can make it. My social media pages are Zarathustra 5D. And if you want to contact me, you can write me an email at info@zarathustra.tv. So having said that, let's talk about the topic of the day. So the topic of the day is at the presence of Her Majesty, the Supreme Being, at the presence of God, being here at the presence of the Grand Spirit. So let's get into that. And then later on, you're welcome to ask me questions. As we basically get closer to in our spiritual work, and this process of self-realization, this process of God realization, which basically is based on looking for inner peace, because nobody is going to come and go for God realization and try to find answers to the mysteries of life if everything is really jolly in their lives. You're doing well, you're in love, you're happy with your children, you're making a lot of money, everything's going very well. And most people, they don't have a reason to do any kind of work trying to discover their inner self, because the light brings comfort when we're disturbed, and disturbs when we're in comfort. We go to the spirit when our foundation is shaken, only to find out that it is the spirit who shakes it. So when things are going really well in our lives, nobody cares about God or God realization or self-inquiry. Only when things start to go sour and something happen, or I would say typically, I wouldn't say 100%. Typically, most of the time, something's not going your way. Whether you're lonely or you had an accident or you lost money or something happened to you physically, you're not happy in your marriage, you're not happy in your life, you hate your job, you're broke, you've just been told you have cancer and you're going to die in 3 months. There's a shock element. You get shocked, and shock treatment works really well. So something has happened in your life and forces you to look deeper. That's why we say that the light, the presence of God, self-realization, inquiring about the truth, the light brings comfort when you're disturbed. So when all of a sudden something happened to you and you lose everything in your life for some reason, then you start digging deeper and looking for answers of life. Means you're going towards the spirit, you're going towards God. And when there's some juice coming towards your way, like you start inquiring and you're having a dream, and in your dream, Lord Jesus shows up in your life, and all of a sudden Jesus pours his love into you and gives you juice, gives you hope to live longer, to continue. And then, maybe you become a Jesus follower or Jesus freak or religious, or you get a second wind to continue living your life. So that's why they say the light brings comfort when you're disturbed. But in the same time, it disturbs when you're in comfort. Means when everything is jolly and you're doing well and everything is going your way. So you're really mesmerized by the Maya. You are really lost in the world because the world is giving you everything you want. And then suddenly God comes into your life and you don't want to deal with it. So that becomes disturbing. So that's why they say the light brings comfort when you're disturbed, and disturbs when you're in comfort. Then the second part of it, it says, we go to the spirit when our foundation is shaken. So only to find out that it is the spirit who shakes it. So let's use a hypothetical situation, which is happening every day. You are doing really well. Your life is wonderful. You live in a beautiful house. You're married. You drive the Volvo station wagon. It's a brand new Volvo 2023. It's a station wagon with 2 kids in the back and your dog in the back, and you live in a country house. So it's a perfect setting, the dream of many people. Everything you wanted, it's there. And your husband or you are making a lot of money. You're in a prominent family. You're important. People look up for you. You got a lot of friends around you. You get invited to parties. You get invited to venues. You're sort of a celebrity, and everything is going your way. And then suddenly, God forbid, one day, you get a phone call, and it's from police department, and the police officer informs you that, I'm so sorry, ma'am, your husband and your kids were in a car accident and they're all dead. A drunk driver hit them with a big truck and they all died. And you're at the peak of your life. Everything is going your way. And then a week after that, you get another phone call from your attorney that your husband's partner has gone around you and he's suing your estate. Not only you have to deal with the grief of losing your family, that you lost your family, now you have to deal with the court system and being sued, and you don't know anything about your husband's business because you were a princess and you never learned about these things. You didn't have to. You were mommy and you were doing what you were doing, keeping yourself fit, taking care of the kids, taking kids to the soccer, football game, piano lessons, ballet, going to social events. You didn't have to learn about your husband's corporations or how he runs the show. You don't know anything about it. So now you're sued. and you're screwed too. And you have to fix these things while you're grieving, and your life becomes hell. You lost your beloved children. And those are the moments. So I know it's a dramatic situation. Okay, I'm not trying to create drama or fear in you. I'm trying to relay the message to you. I want you to position yourself and imagine yourself in that situation. That most of your life, everything has gone your way. Everything is things going your way. And you're used to that. And you think you're the one who's calling the shots. You think you have free will. It's you're really slick. You're a really slick woman, and you found the Mr. Handsome, the right guy, and you married him, and you got the kids, you got the house, you got blah 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 blah, and now you're losing everything. So now you start questioning things, and you start reading spiritual books. You're going online and maybe listening to Sadhguru, or listening to Eckhart Tolle or Muji, or listening to Zarathustra, or listening to Tony Robbins or whatever. You are in the spiritual market searching what's happening. What happened to me? Why am I so depressed? Why my life suddenly turned? So let's go to this saying. It says, the light brings comfort, means the presence of God. When God comes to your life, it brings comfort. When you're disturbed, when you're in anxiety, you're in fear, you're in a very desperate situation, you reach out to God, you pray for God. And the light brings comfort when you're disturbed, and it disturbs when you're in comfort. Means when everything's going your way, you don't want to have anything to do with God or self-realization, because it's bullshit. I got everything I want. Why do I want God? I'm happy. And then it says, we go to the spirit. Yani we go on the path of self-realization, the path of inquiry, searching for answers of life. We go to the spirit when our foundation is shaken. So all of a sudden, everything is shaken, and you're losing things, and you're getting sued, and you lost the people you love, only to find out that it is the spirit who shakes it. Means it was God itself that created these things in your life, only to pull you and get your attention. Now you're paying attention. You're paying attention. And all along, all this time, for those of you who've been with me, I always talk about pay attention. And attention to what? Bring your attention inwards. Bring your attention inwards. Pay attention to God means what? Not that God is there, or God is in the country next door, or God is in the neighbor's lawn, or it's in a church, or paying attention to God means you have to shave your head, put a mala on, and go to Tibet, and for the next 30 years keep saying, Om Yam Ho Re Ye Yo, Om Ram Ho Ye Yo, Om Ram Ho Ye Yo. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying pay attention to where God is. Which is here. God is here. And God is now. And God, the Supreme Soul, love, happiness, they're all God. These are all different names of God. They're all here. They're all right now. And it's within yourself. So you don't need to wait till you get your butt kicked so hard to wake up. Why don't you wake up right now and pay attention and bring your attention inwards towards that which is here, that which is always available. That which is here, that which is always available. That which is here, that which is always available, that which is your true nature, that which is your own self. Why projecting it somewhere else? Because we got used to this business of projecting things someplace else, on someone else. Always there's a guru or a teacher who he or she's got it and you don't have it. Why? You know, always about I need to work on myself and find it. Oh, okay. Well, let's work on you and find it. Oh, no, but I'm not ready. Let me go on this trip to Bahamas and when I come back and I start doing it. Oh, really? Oh, I'm right now very busy. You know, my children are ready to go on a vacation. Let me take care of that. Then I go after God. Okay. I see. I get it. I get it. Why postponing it to another time when it's here, when it's available, when it's dancing around you? It plays around you. It touches you. It's your breath. It kisses you. It's always here. Why not looking at it right now? Oh, no, let me go get my hair done, or let me go get a little bit of a plastic surgery, and then I'll look for it. Oh, let me just, maybe if I lose another 10 pounds, then I'm going to look for it. Well, you've been doing this for 35 million years or 35 million lives. Fine, go ahead and do it again. But be assured that suffering comes with it, because suffering comes with worldly pleasures. You want to have a good time in the world, you're going to suffer for it too, because you can't have one without the other one. They come together. It's black and white. Have you ever had day before without night? Unless you live, it's in December, January, maybe February, and you live in northern part of the planet, you're in North Pole and South Pole, then you don't have days or nights. But not many of us live in North Pole or South Pole. You cannot have day without night, night without day. Cannot have a man without a woman, or the other way around. You can have light without darkness. They come together. Light without darkness is meaningless. It has no meanings. You would never notice there is light if there was no darkness. So darkness should be appreciated because it shows you where the light is. And vice versa. So it's here right now. What you're looking for is here. And what you're looking for is within your own self. It's nowhere else. So if it's within yourself and it's nowhere else, and it's here, then Zarathustra, why are you talking? Why are you speaking? Or why are we wasting any time? Well, let's not talk and let's not waste any time. Why don't we feel the presence? Why don't we see it? Why don't we just dive into it? So let's just close our eyes and just relax in this moment. And then suddenly, you, me, everybody will realize the presence. Will realize God is here. The presence, the Supreme Soul, the Spirit is here. It's present. It's right now. The more you're quiet, the more you're here, the more you disconnect from the world of mind, from the Maya, samsara, the more the presence reveals itself to you. And the presence, God, that it's simply here. And you're in it right now. And you're feeling it. It's dancing around you right now. This peace, this silence, this love, this bliss that you're experiencing, this is the Grand Spirit. It's here. You're experiencing yourself. This is your own self, not someone else's. Yourself. And it's powerful. And it doesn't understand and cares about distance or time. Because you are infinite and you are beyond time and space. Slowly, slowly come back. This is the power. The power. The power of God, which is here. And you are that. The power. The presence, which is here. And you don't have to go anywhere for it. It's always Here. Oh my God. Always here. Why the hell I've been postponing it all of my life? It's always here. Because we're so busy in our heads thinking and projecting that it's somewhere else, because we're projecting, objectifying God, God in heaven, God there, God in our Guruji. And we're just not looking where we need to look. And we're not present with ourselves. Because we're also so stuck up about our story. Poor me, this, that. So we're so busy with this story of me that we're missing the real thing. That which we really are desiring and we really want it. That which really is the ultimate fulfillment, because diving into the self, making love to the holy self, making love to Her Majesty, the Supreme Being, which is yourself. So you're dissolving in yourself. I'm not talking about physical making love. I'm talking about disillusion in the oneness of that which is already here. And you're just in this divine ecstasy of being with yourself, with the holy self, the only thing there is. So you're so stuck in projecting it to somewhere else, something else, someone else, that we miss this. Yet we're yearning for it, we're desperate for it, we're willing to sell our bodies for it, we lie in our lives all the time. We manipulate, we kill people, we prostitute for it, we buy people. We go through all kinds of surgeries. We go shape-shifting. But we keep lying. But the whole time we want this. Desperately. But we're not willing to take a look. We're not willing to wait, stop, and look inside. But we're desperate for it. So we keep running, finding it somewhere else, which is always here. I don't know how else I should say it. It's always here. It's unconditional. Unconditionally always here, present, and it's always yours. So you don't have to do anything. You just recognize who you are. You recognize the presence. Presence means present, here. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not next week, not next month. Here. It can't be any more simple than that. Yet it seems like the most difficult thing ever happened on a planet where you have to accomplish. It appears to be that way, yet it's extremely simple. How much effort do you need to do to breathe right now? Are you breathing or you're dead? You're breathing, right? Do you think I need to breathe, or just breathing happens automatically when you're breathing? Do you ever think how many times you breathe during the day? No. Do you need to? No. You're just breathing. The presence is here. As simple as that. and you're breathing into it all the time. You're breathing into God in the spirit all the time, continuously. Yet we're going to go look for it somewhere else. And that's a part of improper education, because we're not educated. Nobody ever taught us. Nobody ever spoke about it. And the ones who did, we persecuted them. We kill them. The ones who come and show us the way, we normally get rid of them. We somehow destroy them. Because it's too simple. It's too much truth. Because it's going to save you out of your misery. So I don't want to be free. I want to be miserable. So I'm not just going to be here and become free. I want to suffer. And I'm going to kill any teacher and destroy them and discredit them because they're telling the truth. And that's what we've been doing throughout the history. Jesus Christ is only one of the examples of the masters and teachers who we killed and we destroyed. And then we started worshiping him. He's only one of them. There's millions of awakened beings came on this planet who really try to convey to us that you are who you're looking for. But we kill them because we don't want to hear it. As simple as that. Anybody has any questions or comments? Feel free, if you're at the academy, you can unmute yourself. I prefer that than texting me, and we can talk about it. No? Okay. Whew.
Why is it so difficult for us, do you think, to search for the answers within? We are always searching outside ourselves.
Well, number one is we've been deeply programmed from childhood that love and acceptance comes from the outside. From the time you open your eyes, they told you about the church. You have to go to the church and pray and ask the priest or God to give you whatever you need, or you're a sinner, or blah, blah, blah. So this is like a deep programming ingrained in our psyche that you're not complete, you're not perfect, you're not God. God is somewhere else. So it's a very deep conditioning.
And we think we have to struggle, all the time.
Yeah, and then and then they just keep banging in your head from childhood that think. You have to think. Think about your future. Think about da. Think of your past. You idiot, you made these mistakes. Think about what you did. You're such an idiot. You're never going to be anything in your life. Think.
And then we're living our lives in the past then.
It's always in the past.
Yeah.
All thoughts are of the past. Because in the present time, there is no thoughts. Present.
And the future has not happened yet, so what think about that?
Yeah, the present time, there is no thoughts. You're outside of time. When you're here is outside of time. When you're
and
here.
why should we worry about the future then? Because the future haven't appeared yet.
Yeah, let's examine what future is first, and then we go from there. Right. Because
it's a thought, right?
The future is a thought, but the future is actually, okay, right now I want you all to think about your future. Think about next week, for example. Okay, let's take a moment and think about next week. Think about your future. Think about next year. Think about tomorrow, for example. Why next week? Tomorrow. So whatever you're thinking about tomorrow is an experience and a projection of an experience of the past, that you're projecting it into the future. You're projecting, your mind is projecting the past into something you call future. Because there's no future, it doesn't exist. It's a non-existing phenomenon. It just simply doesn't exist. But you're trying to think of future, but you can't without using past. Oh, I'm worried that I will be old. I'm worried about I lose my money. I am worried. Whatever you're going to think about future is a past knowing experience that you are using it and you're projecting it in the future. There's no future. A future does not exist. It's always now.
And then you are repeating your patterns then, right?
You're repeating your patterns, yes. Yeah. Or you're picking
even
up.
for bad.
Yeah, it's all past. There's no such a thing as future. It's always now. So once you start to understand this and realize it intellectually, of course, at first, intellectually, you're going to understand things like this. And then you implement it and you just relax into it because it's coming into your psyche. You start recognizing it. And then you're kind of settling down into yourself. And then you start seeing like it's very expanded. The self, the moment is very rich. Every moment in this life is very, very rich. It's full. If you are able to be here, every moment of your life is fresh because there's nothing from the past into it. So you may say, oh, I have a very boring life. You know, I keep doing the same thing over and over. But there is no same thing that you do over and over. Everything you do is brand new. You're just imagining that you've been doing it over and over. The moment we start thinking, we're conceptualizing everything, because that which is here, it's not a part of thoughts. Thoughts do appear in it, but it's not thoughts because it doesn't have any shape. It's not an object. It's just here. The eternal now without any kind of agenda, because even here is not trying to go anywhere or do anything. It's not trying to evolve to something else. It's already is evolved. It just appears that something's happening. But isness is always here. You're always here, and you're always now, because you can't go anywhere else. And all of it is that. All of it is Her Majesty, the Supreme Being. In so many ways, it's extremely simple, and in so many ways, it's extremely difficult. Simple and difficult both simultaneously together. I know the mind cannot understand that, because the mind has to create divisions. It's either here or not. It's either simple or difficult. It's either destiny or free will. But this one is neither destiny nor free will, neither difficult nor easy, and both destiny and free will, and both difficult and easy. But your mind doesn't understand it. Rightfully so. That's why you enter into the mystery school and you practice mysticism, because it's not this and it's not that, yet it's both this and it's both that. And your mind goes, what do you mean? That's why you can't get it with your mind. You have to be quiet. You have to dive into silence. And then silence speaks to you with the language of silence, because language of silence is different. That excuse me. Silence language is different because its language, it doesn't happen in duality. It's not an object. The language of silence, it's not using objects or images to relay and convey. It simply comes from the space of now and the space of here. So you have to learn that language. You have to get acquainted with a complete different language. It means you have to learn to deny the languages you're speaking and the way your thoughts and your images that appear in your mind, and deny all of that, and not use any kind of objects, whether you're speaking or imagining or you're holding to it. You got to let all of those go and fall into silence. And then you learn the language of silence. The language of silence is this is, and also it isn't. Hilde Evenstad is here, in the same time she is not. She does exist, yet she doesn't exist. What? What do you mean? Huh? Yeah. That's the language of the mystic. But mystic and mystic come together in the African woman's dream. And where do you come from? Where's your home? Where's your seat? Where's your ranking? Where are you? When you think, where is this thinking happening? Is it here or here or here? Where is Hilde Evenstad? Who is Hilde Evenstad? Is that a person? It's an imagination. Is she a thought? Is she an object? Who is she?
I feel that I am light living in Hilde's body.
I feel like I am dark living in Zarathustra's body.
Light.
No, I'm feeling I am dark living in Zarathustra's body.
Okay.
Light and dark, they're not separated. They're both the same.
Like the coin, huh? Two sides of the same thing.
They come together. Neither of them can exist without the other one. Because when you're still saying, I feel like I'm light living in Hilda's body, it's objectifying it. There's an object. It's like you talk to people and they talk about their past lives. Everybody's been something very important. Nobody comes and tells you, my past life, I was a filthy prostitute and I was a complete drunk. I was a complete asshole. You know, I killed a lot of people. Nobody tells you these things. It's all like I've been an Indian warrior and I've been an eagle and I've been Nefertiti or I was an Egyptian priest, blah, blah, blah. Never had anybody come and say I was a fucking asshole in my past life. I killed children. No one ever comes and tells you this. Everybody's some sort of lie. Because we're objectifying it. It's an object. But when you go beyond that and you're just here, I am, but I'm not anything, then boom, expansion happens. You get expanded and it reveals itself to you. It shows itself to you. It's here. Here. You're drinking it. You're breathing it. You're smelling it. You're burping it out. You're farting it. It's everywhere. It's in everything. It's always here. And you're swimming in it. Here. Now. So get used to it. Because you could never get away from it. That's the good news. So I have a very busy day. I wanted to have the Academy and connect with you all, my beloved brothers, sisters from all over the world. And since we don't have much questions going on, we're just going to wrap it up today. A copy of this broadcast, as you know, will be emailed to you, those of you who are members of the Academy. Also, we're recording on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and we're broadcasting live on Instagram. So I have an event, as I mentioned before. It's a free event. It's a satsang. And we're going to be talking about awakening, happiness, and how to go beyond the mind. And that's happening here in Toronto, around Toronto, 15-20 minutes away. It's in an area called Vaughan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And there's plenty of parking. Feel free to come. You can bring a friend or two. Everyone's welcome. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to have my shamanic healing circle. I know we had it. We had one at Boomy Fest. We ran out of time, and a bunch of people I didn't get a chance to work on. So come tomorrow, and I'll work on you. I work on it. My social media pages, they're all Zarathustra 5D. My website is zarathustra.tv. And you can email me at info@zarathustra.tv. Also, we have set up our upcoming retreat, which is January 28th of year 2024. And we're going to have it at a 5-star resort. And that's going to be around 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from Tulum. So it's a shamanic retreat, and it's very, very powerful and very playful. So if you want to sign up for that, just reach out and check out my website. And also we created a payment plan for those who want to have a double room. So because our participants is limited, we have a capacity of 20 people. Also, I offer live training program. It's a one-on-one training program that I do offer. So there's a lot of things available and being offered. And so feel free and reach out. I send you my love and light. And I do intend to have the Academy next Wednesday. So we're going to be regular from now on. So take care of yourself and be here now, and know that you are who you're looking for. You're looking for yourself, which is here. And it's very juicy and expanded. Namaste. Love you all.
Recording.
All right, dear friends from YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, so long. Goodbye. Hafidazen. Khoda Hafiz. And see you next week.